Can you dare to believe that the most potent capital, the most radiant symbol of the American dream ever to exist, did not collapse under the thunderous roar of cannons or the crushing boot of an invading foe, but was instead abandoned by its own people in the quietest, most poignant tragedy imaginable? How could a city, once the pulsating heart of power, the very artery of commerce, and the guiding beacon of hope for a vast British Empire in the Americas, a place where the foundational seeds of democracy were first sown, where the irreversible blueprint for the Southern plantation system was irrevocably laid, shaping the destinies of millions, simply vanish into the annals of history, all because of a low, marshy piece of land, twice ravaged by the merciless inferno? Jamestown, by the year 1700, did not perish amidst the thundering cries of war. Instead, it faded into the sorrowful silence of streets, slowly being swallowed by encroaching weeds and an ever-deepening oblivion. And here lies the most astonishing truth, a truth that chills and fascinates. The profound secret behind this haunting, silent demise still awaits our patient unraveling, layer by layer, through the very tapestry of time itself. Today, we invite you to journey with us, rewinding the relentless current of history, stepping into that precise moment of poignant desolation, to witness a nascent empire gasp its final breaths on the very soil it birthed. Prepare yourself, for what we are about to unveil, as time dramatically reverses, will truly defy belief, challenging everything you thought you knew about the birth of a nation. We are gliding effortlessly now, our vessel, a phantom whisper upon the broad expanse of the James River, its brackish waters a testament to the grand confluence of the majestic Appalachian mountain breadth and the boundless, shimmering embrace of the Chesapeake Bay. The wind, a living, ancient entity, carries with it the distinct aroma of damp earth, the rich, earthy scent of river mud, and, faintly, the sharp, pungent tang of curing tobacco leaf, drifting from distant, unseen fields, a golden promise in the making. This, precisely, is Jamestown in the year 1700, the still beating, albeit faint, heart of the British Empire in America, clinging precariously to its fading glory, a fragile outpost on the precipice of its own future. But wait, before our spectral feet even touch the shore, let us pause for a fleeting second, inhale deeply, and simply listen. Can you feel it? This breeze is not merely laden with the fragrance of the land and sky. It whispers tales of fear, pulses with echoes of hope, and resonates with the profound despair of hundreds of early settlers who, centuries earlier, stood precisely where we hover now. They gazed out upon an utterly unknown continent, a wilderness brimming with both audacious promise and the chilling potential for deadly peril, a land both seductive and terrifying. They had chosen this very site for its undeniable strategic advantage. British merchant ships, stout and heavy with precious cargo, could anchor almost directly alongside the riverbank, a seemingly perfect haven, a natural fortress against the vast unknown, offering immediate access to the interior. Yet, with a cruel and insidious twist of fate, that very geography, its insidious swamps, its stagnant, disease-ridden waters, teeming with unseen killers like mosquitoes carrying malaria and pathogens causing dysentery, began to systematically claim their lives, day by day, year by year, through the relentless scourges of illness, transforming what they desperately hoped would be a paradise into a living, earthly hell. We will return to the present later to witness how much of that past land the relentless river has already consumed, its hungry currents erasing historical footprints, burying countless secrets. But first, let us step fully into that defining, tumultuous moment of yesteryear. As our spectral feet make contact with the muddy bank, the very first image that assaults our senses is the original, triangular Fort James, its palisade walls soaring, rough-hewn wooden stakes forming a stark, almost brutal dash mark against the wild, untamed backdrop of the primeval forest. Within its crude, desperate embrace, a huddle of wobbly, thatched-roof huts lean precariously, a stark visual testament to the harsh, precarious existence endured by these early pioneers, a fragile outpost against overwhelming odds and an indifferent wilderness. Imagine, if you can, the raw, bone-deep desperation of the emaciated men, women, and children during that horrific, starving time of 1609, when a staggering 500 exhausted souls dwindled to a mere 60. Huddled together against the bitter cold, their whispered prayers mingled with the silent, gut-wrenching cries of hunger, echoing mournfully within those rough wooden walls, a cradle of sorrow for a fledgling colony on the brink of absolute annihilation. But then, from the very ashes of that despair and suffering, a new city began to rise, slowly shifting its heart eastward, a testament to human resilience, stubborn hope, and an unyielding will to survive. We walk now along the main riverside thoroughfare, where sturdy red brick houses have replaced the crude wooden shacks, standing proud and defiant, an unequivocal declaration of indomitable will to survive, to thrive, to build something lasting. Row upon row of elegant London-style longhouses, ingeniously adapted to Virginia's sweltering climate with their raised foundations and ample ventilation, line the street, their windows reflecting the glimmer of the river, a promise of commerce and connection. Here, before us, is Ludwell's State House complex, the very epicenter of the colony's political and administrative power, where the future of an empire was being forged, brick by arduous brick, law by determined law. The heady, earthy scent of curing tobacco permeates the air, a golden currency, thick and omnipresent. Heavy barrels are rolled across the bustling, creaking docks, their contents destined for distant markets, and English ships, their sails still taut from the journey, arrive laden with both hopeful promise and essential goods, from tools to luxury fabrics. Everything, absolutely everything, is bought and sold, traded and bartered, with the precious, golden leaves of tobacco. But let us pause for a moment. Do you see them? Those ships, dark and foreboding, their hulking forms casting long, sinister shadows, not just carrying goods, but souls. They carry enslaved Africans, their bodies shackled, their eyes wide with unspeakable terror, their futures shrouded in impenetrable gloom, stolen from their homes, stripped of their humanity, brought to a land that promised freedom to others, but only bondage to them. Just a few yards away stands the opulent governor's mansion, its grandeur, an almost obscene contrast of privilege and power, built on the very backs of those suffering. The sheer physical and spiritual agony of those stripped of their freedom intermingles with the fragile, desperate hope of the indentured servants, newly arrived from England, seeking a fresh start, a better life, a chance at land ownership. Two utterly disparate worlds, one founded on brutal exploitation, the other on desperate ambition, collide with brutal force on this very dock, marking the fateful, tragic birth of the Southern plantation system, a legacy, as you will soon witness, that would spread its tentacles with horrifying reach, defining the economic and social fabric of a nascent nation, a legacy whose haunting consequences, even to this very day, we continue to live with, a wound that still echoes through the generations. Venturing deeper inland, amidst the whispering pines and the ancient hardwoods, a tall brick church tower pierces the sky, an unwavering finger pointing heavenward, a profound symbol of both burgeoning faith and growing colonial power, a tangible assertion of English presence. We step through its arched doorway, where the dim, filtered light, fractured by stained glass windows, illuminates the hallowed space where America's very first representative assembly once convened. Imagine these men, clad in formal velvet and heavy wool, their faces etched with thoughtful contemplation and the weighty burden of their decisions, their voices resonating with passionate debate over taxation, over the intricate, precarious peace treaties with the mighty Powhatan Confederacy, and over the foundational laws of an expanding, ambitious empire that stretched far beyond their immediate sight. Every word they uttered, every decision they made, carried the immense weight of shaping an uncharted future, laying the groundwork for a new society, for better or worse. But suddenly, the very air around us shifts. A palpable tension descends, thick and suffocating. Flames erupt, tearing through the quiet afternoon. It is 1676, and Nathaniel Bacon, a man consumed by ambition and seething resentment against the established order, a fierce advocate for expanding into Native American lands, along with his desperate followers, sweeps through the city like a destructive firestorm, torches held aloft, a terrifying harbinger of rebellion. They set ablaze the sacred church, the hallowed state house, the lavish mansions of the gentry, symbols of the very power and privilege they despised. Thick black smoke billows furiously skyward, drifting lazily over the wide expanse of the James River, carrying with it the acrid smell of ash, the burning scent of despair, and the bitter taste of betrayal that permeated the very foundations of the colony. This was the first true colonial rebellion against perceived injustice and corruption, a furious, desperate cry against the established order, a premonition of future struggles for independence, of a people willing to fight for their rights. Envision the sheer terror of families scattering into the night, their homes consumed by fire, the frantic screams of children lost amidst a sea of fire and ruin. Bacon himself died shortly after, but the deep, festering scars of that rebellion remained etched into the collective psyche of the people, a wound that would not heal, a seed of distrust sown deep. The city was rebuilt, but its spirit was irrevocably shaken, faith in its stability shattered, its once confident pulse now erratic and weak, never fully recovering. And then, in 1698, yet another fire, an eerie echo of the first, once again consumed the State House, claiming it entirely, leaving nothing but charred remains. This was the moment of destiny, the final, unbearable straw, a sign from fate itself. The capital, the very heart of the colony, was about to move, its fate sealed not by foreign invasion, but by internal turmoil and the fickle hand of nature. Yet, we haven't revealed the deepest, most fundamental reason why the people finally turned their backs on this place. Let us continue our journey, for the true secret, the ultimate catalyst for Jamestown's quiet disappearance, lies in what unfolded next. A truth far more insidious than any rebellion or accident. It is now the early 1700s. The once vibrant energy of the port is slowly dimming, like a candle about to gutter out, its flames sputtering, casting longer shadows. The proud brick houses, once symbols of prosperity and permanence, now stand in various states of disrepair, their walls crumbling, fractured and worn, ghosts of their former grandeur, slowly returning to the earth from which they came. Some have been mercilessly dismantled, their precious bricks carefully loaded onto boats and ferried away across the river to construct the new capital in Williamsburg, where the land is higher, the air fresher, and the promise of health more robust. A perceived fresh start, a clean slate. Jamestown did not die instantly, with a dramatic flourish, a sudden gasp of finality. Rather, it underwent a tragic metamorphosis, transforming from a bustling capital into a vast, sprawling farm, slowly, silently, sinking into oblivion. Its purpose forgotten, its grand ambitions abandoned. The elegant Georgian-style Ambler House rises proudly, almost defiantly, right next to the decaying ruins of the former public buildings, a strange juxtaposition of continuity and decay, of enduring life amidst fading history. Imagine a farmer standing on his porch in 1710, gazing across the wide James River, his heart heavy with the profound knowledge that the capital had departed, taking with it all the glory, all the hope, and all the vibrant future that once animated this place, leaving behind only echoes. His children play innocently, oblivious to the history beneath their feet, on the overgrown foundations of what were once bustling streets, where horse-drawn carriages once clattered and merchants shouted their wares. Now only wild grasses and forgotten paths remain, slowly swallowed by nature's relentless embrace. We step into the warm kitchen of such a farm in 1710. A fire crackles cheerfully in the hearth, filling the air with the comforting scent of burning wood and cooking food, a fragile domesticity that endures. On the table rests exquisite English porcelain, alongside generous portions of smoked pork, fresh corn harvested from their fields, and a stack of London newspapers, weeks, even months old. Yet still, their only tangible thread connecting them to the vast, distant Atlantic world, a reminder of the empire that once called this place its heart. But a quiet, persistent melancholy has permeated every corner of life here, a sense of loss and abandonment that weighs heavy. The capital is gone, and with it, the dream of becoming a grand city, an enduring center of power, has evaporated into the mists of the river, leaving behind only the simple rhythms of rural life. This poignant moment serves as a profound, indelible lesson. Even the grandest places, once shining symbols of strength and hope, can quietly retreat, fading into shadow when the winds of change shift, when the relentless tides of time inexorably turn. Younger generations, especially, should take heed. History is not always about resounding victories and dazzling milestones. Sometimes it is about quiet, resilience, about the difficult art of adaptation, and about the bittersweet necessity of letting go, of surrendering to change, of finding a new path when the old one is no longer viable. But hold on a moment. We find ourselves now on the western side of the island, where a ferry still diligently operates, a tangible bridge connecting past and present, the mundane rhythm of daily life, oblivious to the historical weight it carries beneath its wheels. Horse-drawn travelers, curious strangers, pause briefly to gaze upon the crumbling remnants of the old state house before continuing their journey to the grander, more illustrious Williamsburg, the shiny new capital, bright with promise. For them, Jamestown has already become the stuff of legend, a foundational fairy tale whispered in hushed tones, a distant memory, a mere footnote. And the James River, that silent, relentless adversary of generations, continues its ceaseless gnawing at the shore, devouring every inch of history, pulling it down into its murky depths, a constant, hungry force. We accelerate time now, watching in a terrifying blur as the island visibly shrinks, the westernmost point where the very first 1,607 fort once stood proudly, a defiant symbol of initial colonization, now utterly submerged, vanished forever beneath layers of mud and silt, concealing all initial evidence of its earliest, desperate existence, as if it never was. This was the profound secret that archaeologists have only recently begun to unravel, painstakingly diving into the riverbed to uncover those initial, precious traces, literally excavating history from the river's cold, unrelenting grasp. We return to the church tower, still standing, like a weathered old soldier, stoic and enduring, a silent sentinel. By the 1750s, its roof was in urgent need of repair, and the surrounding graveyard had grown dense with moss-covered headstones, leaning crookedly, telling silent stories of lives lived and lost, of dreams nurtured and shattered, gravestones bearing the names Lee, Ludwell, Blair, illustrious families who would later shape the American Revolution, names inextricably linked to the birth of a new nation, but whose ancestors now rested in a forgotten place. Imagine a mother standing by her child's grave, her grief a tangible presence, blending with the sighing wind through the pines and the incessant hum of cicadas on a hot summer afternoon, a profound sense of desolation and quiet solitude enveloping the entire space, a spiritual stillness where once there was fervent life, bustling activity, and fierce debate, where once there was chaos, fire, fierce debate, where power and hope converged. Now there is only the serene silence of the countryside, broken only by nature's gentle sounds. It is a complete, irreversible transformation. Jamestown is no longer a town. It has become a vast farm, primarily belonging to the Travis and Ambler families, its urban heartbeat stilled, its purpose redefined. Even the American Revolution in 1781, with its few minor skirmishes near the old church, merely brushed past this place like a gentle breeze, utterly unable to alter the quiet, forgotten destiny of the very city that birthed the colony that had long since vanished into the past. And now, the moment we have awaited since the very beginning, the ultimate convergence of past and present. Let the past recede. Let all those ancient sights and sounds settle into the deepest recesses of memory, leaving only echoes. We stand in that exact same spot, but it is now the year 2026, centuries later. Instead of a boisterous, bustling port, there is only the meticulously manicured green lawn of the Colonial National Historical Park and the tireless, dedicated work of the Jamestown Rediscovery Project, painstakingly unearthing the forgotten past, piece by precious piece, with the reverence of those discovering sacred relics. The 17th century church tower stands defiantly, its weathered bricks worn smooth by 300 years of wind, rain, and storm, no longer crowned with a roof, merely an imposing skeletal frame against the sky, a monument to endurance, a testament to time's relentless march. Behind it, the 20th century memorial church rises, a poignant symbol of reverence and restoration, a bridge across time, connecting those who built with those who remember. And look, near the riverbank, the archaeological excavation site hums with constant, careful activity, revealing the original wooden post holes, the very vestiges of the first fort, emerging from the earth's embrace, resurrected from oblivion, a miraculous return. A robust, modern seawall has been constructed, a defiant barrier protecting these precious remnants from the relentless, hungry James River, the silent adversary that once sought to erase everything, now held at bay, its destructive power controlled. The foundations of those red brick houses are now merely faint brick outlines against the verdant green carpet, ghostly imprints of vanished homes, whispers of former lives. The Ambler House, once a grand farm, is now a crumbling skeleton of its former self, a silent witness to two distinct layers of history superimposed upon each other, a palimpsest of time, each era writing its story over the last. Do you see the profound depth of the silence that pervades this place today? No longer the shouts of sailors, the clang of the blacksmith's hammer, the impassioned debates of parliamentarians. Only the rustle of the river wind, the chirping of birds, and the soft footsteps of visiting tourists, pilgrims walking through history, guided by curiosity and a deep sense of connection. Yet, it is precisely this profound silence that holds immeasurable power, compelling us to ponder deeply the cyclical nature of history, the inherent fragility of all human achievements, and the enduring spirit of those who built here, who struggled, who survived, and who ultimately moved on. Standing amidst these hushed ruins today, a profound realization settles deep within me, an understanding that transcends time. Every civilization, no matter how powerful or seemingly invincible, is ultimately as fragile as human life itself, susceptible to the slow erosion of nature and the shifting tides of human endeavor. The people of Jamestown, though forced to abandon the land they had poured their sweat, tears, and blood into building, carried with them an unyielding flame of hope and a resilient spirit. They would go on to forge Williamsburg, a new capital, and then, ultimately, a great America, built on the foundations of their hard-won lessons, their sacrifices, and their unwavering determination. They teach us the most profound lesson. Never cling to the past with such stubbornness that you refuse to adapt when change is imperative, but never, ever forget your roots, the core values and experiences that have shaped who we are, for they are the anchors of our identity. Especially for those of us who have traversed countless ups and downs, who have navigated life's myriad crossroads, Jamestown offers a stark, painful reminder. Never take for granted the things we possess today as eternal, for even the strongest foundations can erode. Even the most vibrant dreams can fade. The families who once lived here witnessed everything from the loftiest hopes and grandest ambitions to the most silent, bitter disappointments when the capital departed, taking with it the promise of a future. They cried, they prayed, they desperately tried to hold on to the land they once believed held their future, their dreams. And today, standing amidst these silent ruins, we understand that history is not merely a collection of dry facts, a string of lifeless dates in a textbook. It is the vibrant living story of flesh and blood human beings, replete with their joys, their sorrows, their desperate struggles for survival, and their countless, often unsung, sacrifices. The greatest lesson Jamestown bequeaths to this generation and those to come is the invaluable importance of remembering, respecting, and preserving our heritage, not just as a monument, but as a living legacy, a pulsating narrative passed down through time. We cannot alter the past, but we possess the profound ability to learn from it, to construct a future that is better, more equitable, and far more sustainable for all, carrying forward the torch of human experience, illuminated by the wisdom of those who came before. If the story of Jamestown today has resonated within your heart, if you have felt the deep tremor of emotion witnessing a great city quietly fade away, a legacy forgotten only to be painstakingly rediscovered, then please share this video with your children, with your loved ones. Let them also hear this profoundly meaningful tale, so that the flame of history may continue to burn brightly for generations, illuminating our path forward, reminding us of where we came from and what we can become. And if you wish for us to embark together on the exploration of other historical sites that time has sought to erase, other secrets waiting to be unveiled from the dust of ages, please leave a comment below and let me know which lost city you would like to hear about next. Thank you for staying with us until this very last moment. It is your companionship that keeps inspiring stories and timeless lessons, such as these, alive in our minds and in our hearts, ensuring they are never truly lost to the currents of time.